This show is brought to you by BETR Picks. Right now, new users get a free $10 and up to $200 bonus on your first deposit. Just use code BENCH, that's BENCHD, or hit the link in the description below to claim it now. Turn that football knowledge into some cold, hard cash. Hey-o! What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Bench Podcast. My name is Joey. Week 13 in the books. We just endured Patriots versus Giants here on Monday night. We'll recap the one really quick. Bottom line, Drake May MVP, I think. So we'll get into a lot of good games. There's a lot of great football. Honestly, we were blessed with an incredible Thanksgiving week of football. A lot of it falling on that Thanksgiving day. Excited to get into all of these games and into the playoff implications that are going to be wild here down the stretch. Teams we thought were dead, now alive again. Teams we thought ran the league now can't seem to win a game. It's like the league is upside down right now. Can't wait to talk about all of it. Before we do that, if you are joining us for the first time here on YouTube, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications for all the content we throw out. 365 NFL all season long, betting, fantasy. Next year, we got a couple other podcasts joining the channel as well. Just all sports, all guy stuff. So make sure you hang out as well. If you're a lady, honestly, you can hang out too. Yeah, that's why we got these two men right here. Just these fine black men. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got them. I went a little far with that one. I thought I went far, and then Terrell was like, "Watch this." It follows on social media. Search at Bench Show, TikTok, X, Twitter. A lot of conversations going on there. A lot of football community happening on those pages. Make sure you check us out there. Then if you're listening on the audio platform as well, thanks for joining us there. I'm not going to list all the platforms. Honestly, I don't remember them on any given day. Boys, Thanksgiving. Best thing you ate, worst thing you ate.
Ooh. Man. I made some crock pot chicken piccata. And that was a hit.
I saw you flexing, bro.
That was a hit for days. Made a little pot roast, some mac and cheese.
Very nice.
Worst thing I ate, man. I mean, this is my house. I don't really fall in that category. I cooked everything.
Okay, sorry. AJ did not miss.
Thanksgiving dinner, made the sweet potato pie. It all hit.
There's the miss.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. As a pumpkin pie lover, I obviously love sweet potato pie. Terrell, any misses?
Yeah, best. Look, like I'm not a turkey guy at all. I can't
either,
man. I don't like it. But yeah, my dad did some turkey this year, but like some herbs and stuff. He made it like this, a little Italian, a little bit of Cajun kick to it as well.
Okay. So you got to do.
It was fire. The turkey was the best thing.
I respect that.
I ate at Thanksgiving. Worst thing I ate. I'm with AJ, man. There wasn't anything that was like. That was bad. Maybe the store-bought pumpkin pie, probably the worst.
Yeah, where'd you get it from? Like a grocery store?
Yeah, it was like
that's a miss.
Yeah.
You gotta go Costco.
Yeah, Costco pie. Yeah.
Best thing I ate was probably man. I don't want to. My mother-in-law makes an incredible spaghetti, and I know that's not a Thanksgiving like dish, but I married a Filipino woman, so like there's literally everything on the table. Like there's no like we're having all the seasons. All the seasons, all the events. No Jollibee. No, we got Jollibee chicken later. Jollibee chicken later for sure. But it's the spaghetti, bro. The spaghetti's so good.
Apparently that's not weird because on my Filipino wife's family, there's a member who's requesting spaghetti for Christmas. Spaghetti,
bro. They
for
kill
Christmas
it. They
dinner.
I don't know if they. I would be interested to know what that sauce is like because the sauce that she puts together, man, goodness gracious, sausage, beef, 3 different meats in that thing.
Wow,
some cheeses. Oh, it's and then seasoned perfectly with I can't remember that spice she uses, but anyways, that was fantastic. And I had a store-bought pecan pie that I just did not like. Did not like.
Yeah,
I did finish that piece, but I did not like enjoy, all of it the way I enjoyed other things.
Took that last bite and said, I didn't like that at all.
That was terrible.
You went for more.
All right. Thanksgiving's behind us. Christmas in a couple of weeks.
30.
Yep. It's December. We're into December football now when it really counts. It feels like post-Thanksgiving is when stuff gets serious. Like it's just the weather's going to get terrible here on these, these Northeast games, these Midwest games. It's going to be fun as well. And these races are getting tight. Let's start, guys, with this Patriots-Giants game. Here on Monday Night Football, we see Vrabel and his prince, Drake May, roll in with Jackson Dart and just the broken family that is the New York Giants. Who's the coach? I don't know. Who's he throwing to? I don't know. Who's blocking for him? I don't know. But we know Jackson Dart's there, and he's a stud, man. AJ, any big performers in this one?
Listen, it was just consistency across the board for the Patriots. Drake May adds to his MVP campaign, 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. Travion Henderson, they split the backfield, 11 carries for Travion Henderson, 12 for Ramondre. Kayshon Boutte caught a touchdown. Kyle Williams caught a big touchdown. Honestly, to me, the big performance was the hard-hitting defense. They had a message, and they were going to get that across.
Yeah, man. Some people are in protocol tonight. And Jackson Dart needs to get checked in too. I don't care what he says. Like that dude got lit up as bad as I've ever seen. And honestly, I'm here for it because I'm sick of quarterbacks playing games on the sidelines. You don't want to get hit, step out of bounds. Stop messing around. Yep. Someone needs to hit Patrick Mahomes that way.
Yes.
Someone needs to get that boy too. But
after my fantasy season.
Right, of course. Terrell, man, obviously Giants are done, headed toward the draft here. But Patriots, 33-15 of the Giants, kind of doing what they should do. 11-2?
11-2.
11-2 now. Like, I know you're a Broncos fan, but who's the best team in the AFC?
No, I mean, right now the Patriots are the most consistent team.
Who's the best team in the AFC, Terrell?
I think Denver's the best team in the AFC.
Okay,
like make no mistake about it. But it's close. I mean, it's close. You can argue the other way for the Patriots being the better team
for sure.
But that was a solid game. I will say, New England has more games where all 3 phases are clicking. Yeah, I think Denver's lacking in some of those games, but I think
that was tonight, man. I mean, you had that hard-hitting defense. You had Marcus Jones, I think, returned a punt.
Yeah, 94.
And then the offense just blows my mind, like how it looks so smooth and so good and so efficient, and yet there's not a single star besides Drake May.
No,
like even Travion Henderson, like 11 carries, like that's
11
not
carries
for
67 yards. Yeah,
there's no like you have Stephon Diggs, who we all thought, if we're honest, we all thought he was done. We all thought he was completely finished. Kayshon Boutte is out there, like, and yet it seems like unstoppable. Just like obviously midseason form, but like they're ready for the playoffs with this kind of offense. I want to see though without the blue chip stars. I don't know if you guys caught pregame. That was Jason Kelsey's point about the Patriots. Like I impressed across the board, but the lack of blue chip type stars on offense, does that come back to bite them? Down the stretch. But I mean, thoroughly impressed with the Patriots at this point, man. It's they're rolling all cylinders. Love them. Is there any other candidate for Coach of the Year besides Mike Vrabel? Like maybe Ben Johnson, what he's doing with Chicago right now.
Look, I already said it. I said it earlier in the season. For me, it's Kyle Shanahan. If the Niners can pull off that division, because that division's tight right now.
Right.
They're half game behind Seattle and in LA.
Yeah.
They win the division with all of the injuries. Kyle Shanahan's got to be Coach of the Year.
I think give Vrabel MVP. Like it's just like what he's done for that organization is just crazy. Like from the bottom feeder picking top 3, top 4 in the draft to now number 1 in the AFC. It's like it's kind of nuts what's happened in New England, how fast it happened, and God, how bad was homeboy Jared Mayo? Like, goodness gracious.
Yeah, forgot about that.
1 year ago, that guy was a head coach. All right, let's move on. Fun one on Monday Night Football if you like blowouts. Packers and Lions kicked us off on Thanksgiving Day. Packers win this one 31-24. Big game. I mean, I think an important game. One of the most important wins for the Packers. They moved to 8-3-1. Lions fall to 7-5. AJ, who showed up in this one?
Man, on the Lions side with Amon-Ra St. Brown going down, Jamo Williams had himself a day. 7 catches for 144 and a touchdown. Pretty impressive touchdown, if you remember. Caught a little screen pass, broke a tackle on a spin, and then took it about 25 yards. On the Packers side, though, Jordan Love with 4 touchdowns through the air, 2 of which to Dontavian Wicks, who looked incredible.
Of course he did. Of course he did. He's the wide receiver 1 now. Yeah, Packers, I mean, they did themselves a lot of favors in this one. ESPN Analytics had Green Bay as a 66% now to win the division after beating Detroit. With a loss, they would have been 27%. So a big swing here in the NFC North division. But two remaining matchups against Chicago is going to be the story of this one down the stretch. So Terrell, I asked you, man, down the stretch here, Bears or Packers, who's taking this division?
Oh man, this is gonna be tough. Look, if the Packers play like they did on Thursday night, I lost a lot of faith in Green Bay, but I like the way Green Bay is playing. We'll talk about the Bears here in a second because they look great. They look great on Thursday, but them converting on fourth downs was huge. Being aggressive, which is not normally like the Packers don't. They're like most teams, you don't go for it in fourth until you need to. Right. And I think them getting aggressive and going for it on several fourth downs was pretty huge. Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns and no picks is the big one. So look, if Jordan Love can take care of the ball and they can be aggressive, like that's the thing with Green Bay. They're just we don't know what they're doing. They play timid, and then Jordan Love just throws some BS pick out of nowhere. But no, I think if they play aggressive football, I like the Packers' chances to win the division. Again, I gotta see Jordan Love.
Yeah,
actually, I mean, I know they got the Cowboys win a couple of years ago in the playoffs, but I got to see him. I got to see him under the lights, ball out. But this was a solid win for the Packers. For the Lions, look, Dan Campbell, just these are the things that just you get you booed out of a town. Get you booed out of town. Like they're 0 for 7 on fourth down the last 3 weeks. Like you got to play smart at this point.
Most attempts in the league.
Yeah, take your points. Stop with we're going balls to the wall. Like knock it off. But yeah, I mean, losing Amon-Ra is huge. And he's supposed to be back. Is he playing next week or is he out for?
I feel like he's gonna play. That's a tough dude.
Yeah, they're not putting a timestamp on it. They said could be 1 to 2 weeks, but just like Joey said, knowing him, he's gonna do everything he can to play. I think they play on Thursday though, so
yeah, they do. They play the Cowboys. No, not the Cowboys.
Yeah, play Cowboys.
Cowboys on Thursday night. Yeah, that is true. Short week, so maybe I know he didn't practice today on a Monday, so we'll see how that shakes out. I think they only have
quickly sent a trade offer in our league.
Yeah, still a beast. I wanted to ask AJ real quick though before I get to Lions myself. AJ, you saw Jordan Love's game. Micah Parsons not to be outdone, 2.5 sacks himself on Jared Goff. Bears or Packers down the stretch?
So I didn't get a good look at this game because with my 2 children, we were watching a little bit of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. I was watching this game on my phone, doing my best to get
dual screen, bro.
But honestly, it's tough to trust either team for different reasons.
Yeah.
Just like you said, this Green Bay offense goes up and down. Finally, you get Matt LaFleur calling plays the way Packer fans want him to call plays in this one. Could this be also a result of the fourth down, third and a half down, third down mind of Dan Campbell? Yeah. But the Bears, man, I don't know. That's tough. That's a toss-up. Yeah, it's a toss-up. I think the Packers almost kind of have an advantage with the tie in their record. Right. Because the Bears are what? The Bears are they 9-3? Packers are 8-3, 8-3-1. I don't know. It could go
I'm picking the Packers, and I have a reason. And we'll talk about it when we get to the Bears, but okay. I'm gonna go with the Packers this one. Anyway, let's move on. Cowboys Chiefs, the second game on Thanksgiving. Cowboys pull this one out 31-28. I don't know why in my mind they won by more. Maybe just felt a little more dominant. But Mahomes almost pulled this one out in typical Mahomes style. Any of the big performers this one, AJ?
I mean, you just said it, Patrick Mahomes, and it seems like he's the only guy that can do anything for the Chiefs. 261 yards, 4 touchdowns. Those are the only touchdowns scored. They scored none on the ground. But just wasn't enough for the balanced attack of the Cowboys. Javonte Williams gets in the end zone. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens combined for 200 yards. Dak Prescott throws for 320 and 2 touchdowns in this one.
Dak looked good. Dak looked really good in this one, especially that game-winning drive. After Mahomes takes the lead late, then Dak comes in and leads a very Mahomes-like drive. Yeah. He looked really, really good. Honestly, he's looked good all year. Definitely a candidate for comeback play of the year. But Terrell, Chiefs dropped to 6-6. They got to win out, though. They got to win out just to have a shot at the 7th seed. They're going to be probably missing 3 offensive linemen going into a matchup with the red-hot Texans. I mean, it's getting pretty realistic. Do you believe we're not going to see the Chiefs in the playoffs?
I mean, next week it comes down to that game against Houston, right? That's their season. They've got to win out. The thing is it's what's killing the Chiefs is even if they win out, the teams that are in front of them they have losses to. So you got to win and get if you can get Houston, you got the win against the Colts, which is a plus. That'll help you out. But losing to the Chargers, losing to Buffalo, and the loss to the Jags too, like those teams are going to bump you out. So they got to win. It's crazy to think. On the flip side, we're talking a year ago that the Chiefs, all the refs are helping this, the refs are helping them that, and now you look at this team, they're getting no help from the refs. In fact, there was tons of drives that got killed on penalties in that game, like 120 penalty yards or something like that, 130 something like that penalty yards in that game for Kansas City. So they're not helping themselves. Patrick Mahomes looks defeated. You see the camera pans him and he's looking around like we hit these plays the last few years.
Right.
We're he's hit and he's missing some deep balls too. He's missing some.
He has been all year.
He's missing guys up and down the field. I don't know what it is with them.
Could it simply be that they've been to back-to-back Super Bowls and it's just a worn down team? Like I was thinking about the Eagles. Like, what is going on with the Eagles? Like, what is the answer? And maybe we can't find the answer because it's not a schematic problem. It's just a human problem. You just wear down.
But I don't know if it's the worn down team because it's not the same team they're bringing back, and I think it's more so it's the other teams got better. Like this is what we're talking about. Go get Breece Hall. Go get somebody in at the trade deadline. And they didn't make any moves. They didn't do anything in the offseason. You bring back Juju in the offseason. Like what are we doing? Like there's other players. Stephon Diggs was, guys like that were out there, and you didn't make any moves for anybody. No moves for an Ayuk, no moves for even a Debo. Like Debo would have been helping this offense out. So they didn't do anything. DK. Like there were guys out there they could have went after, but the Chiefs are known for being cheap. Like they got rated the worst facilities, worst ownership group out of the players. So I mean, look, this is what you run into. So
they got a mini bye. They play Sunday night against the Texans. Like I said, they won't have either of their tackles and no starting right guard Trey Smith either. It's gonna be tough. I think I'll tell you right now. I'm not picking the Chiefs in that one. AJ, is it time to take Dallas serious? They beat the 2024 Super Bowl teams, Eagles and Chiefs, both in the last 5 days. They have 3 straight wins. First time above 500 since week 5 of last year. Defense has now held opponents to 21 or fewer points in 3 straight games and 30 points at home for the 4th time this season. They seem all of a sudden balanced. They seem like they're not afraid of anyone or to go anywhere and play anyone anywhere. Are you taking them seriously?
I think you have to. Listen, coming into the season, all Dak had to do, and this sounds weird, all he had to do, but what he had to do was do the Joe Burrow from last year, and he's doing that. And all the defense had to do was be close to adequate, and they're starting to get to that point. If the defense just can keep them in it, can keep Dak in it, then that offense is so firepowered that, I think you have to take the Cowboys seriously. I mean, it's no small feat. They just beat both teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, and they've got a test coming up against the Lions, and that's a desperate team that needs a win right now. So I'm really excited for this Thursday night game with the Cowboys and the Lions.
It's going to be really good. It's also going to be a fantasy. It's just beautiful for fantasy. Like everything you want in fantasy. But anyways, those 2 teams I think are interesting teams here down the stretch, just not at all where we thought they'd be here down the stretch. The Cowboys were literally a laughing stock for like a quarter of the season. Yeah. And now they're like the NFC East isn't even out of reach for them at this point if the Eagles keep collapsing. But let's move on to the Bengals and Ravens. Bengals win this one 32-14. Lamar Jackson played like straight ass cheeks.
Yep.
And Joe Burrow is back. And they gave him the entire offense, 42 attempts through 3 quarters. That's the most by any quarterback this year. He came back and they said, all right, buddy, Back to work. It's all you. AJ, big performance in this one.
Yeah, definitely some rust. He went 24 for 46, but still 260 and 2 touchdowns. Welcome back, Joe Burrow. Peppers targets to Jamar Chase. He caught 7 for 110. And on the flip side, yeah, just like you said, Lamar Jackson, I don't know. I think he's just hurt. He just doesn't run the ball anymore, too. He hasn't played well since he's been back. So
supposed to be dealing with knee, ankle, and toe issues, missing practice almost weekly.
Yeah,
3 turnovers in this one. That's the first time he did that in 4 years. It's only the 5th time in his 8-year career that he's had more than 3 or more turnovers. And he's now gone 3 games without a passing touchdown, 2 fumbles inside the 20. Yeah. It was just all bad for Lamar. And yet snaps a 5-game win streak. They were winning games, but it just wasn't really about Lamar Jackson. And it seems like for them to really crawl back into this one, you're going to need some kind of semblance of old Lamar Jackson, MVP Lamar Jackson. Can't really all be Derrick Henry and the defense as we saw in this one. But Terrell, talk to me first about the Bengals. Joe Burrow come back.
Yeah, I feel for the Bengals, man. Like they actually had a shot. They losing to the Jets, losing to the Bears. Like
Flacco screwed them.
Yeah, if Flacco played against the defense screwed them. The defense let them down. But what's new? They let Joe Burrow down last season too. So that defense is I can't. There's not very many teams where they're so elite on one side of the ball and the other side just causes them to lose every single game. Like it's just you can't point to, especially the defense. The defense is just so bad. But no, I mean, I feel for them. Joe Burrow, he is what it is. I thought I had him as the MVP for this season. I think he very well could have been had he stayed healthy. But no, I feel for the Bengals. We don't know it just seems like it's the same old Bengals though.
Ravens, are you going to make it all the way back or?
Look, that division is buns. There's no team. I don't think any team in that division is going to win a playoff game. Hey, it does, if it's Pittsburgh who gets in, if it's Baltimore, it's just a matter of
definitely not Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's just what I'm saying. It's like it's okay. Pittsburgh doesn't make it, but it's Baltimore. Like Lamar Jackson's scared to run the ball anymore. You know, the defense is hit and miss. You know, against bad teams, they look great. Against Joe Burrow, they are porous. So, you know, even struggling to make tackles. So I don't know. This division's ugly. None of these teams scare you. But what kind of it sucks. It's the year the Chiefs are garbage. The Ravens, Lamar. This is your year as a silver platter. This is your year to just run through the AFC, get to your first Super Bowl, and your team is just doo-doo. And then the same with the Bills. We'll talk about the Bills later, but I don't know.
Dominant,
you know, this was the year for sure.
Yeah. Still, I mean, not to get too far ahead of ourselves. The playoffs are going to be nuts.
Yeah,
like they're going to be wild at like any given Sunday. I'm not putting any money on any team. I don't trust any of them. Let's move on. Bears, Eagles, because we have to talk about it. It's on the slate Friday night, guys. I didn't watch a single second of this one. I was at the zoo with my daughters and her friends, and I thought I hated that. But God, if I would have watched this, Dad would have been in a bad mood post Thanksgiving. Bears win 24. I have 24-15. That's not the right score, is it?
That's correct. Yeah,
I cannot believe it was that close. Even Bears go to 9-3, top of the NFC North. Eagles still sitting on top of that NFC East, but it's getting a little more uncomfortable. Definitely not as dominant as it once looked like in the NFC in general. Before we get into some of the minutia, AJ, tell me how badly the Bears ran the ball on the Eagles on Prime Friday Night Football.
Yeah, I'll get there, but one thing is just how refreshing. We don't get any videos of 15 microphones in AJ Brown's face because he had 10 catches, 132 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, happy for you, AJ.
So
shit,
we got no clips this week of that, but yeah.
I sent you guys a clip.
An AI clip.
Yeah.
That was the only one I saw all week. DeAndre Swift, though, 125 yards on the ground. Kyle Monangai, 130 yards on the ground. They combined for 255. They both had a touchdown. They ran all over that Eagles defense. a defense that has looked like the best defense in the NFL the last 3 weeks.
Oh, well.
I knew Terrell was going to let that one go.
One of the best.
I mean, they look like one of the best. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to care about ranking them, but they definitely look like, okay, this is one of those units that is, you know, can completely shut you down, shut down the Lions. And they just looked terrible. And rewatching the highlights of this one, it was just getting gashed over and over again on the ground with big Jordan Davis there, with Jalen Carter there, with all-pro Zach Bond there. Like, just gashed, just bullied. The Bears did. It was one of the worst games I've seen the Eagles play since that. I don't know, it wasn't even as bad as that Tampa Bay game we always referenced last year.
Yeah.
Because at least in that one, everyone was hurt. Like, no one was there. Like, this is as bad as the playoff Tampa Bay game.
Yep.
Like, when everyone was there, you're still getting gashed. It was really bad. Not to be, but something I want to point out, though, Caleb Williams isn't playing good ball.
No.
Caleb Williams is not playing well. What did you go? 154? Yeah, 47 completion percentage. Like, second lowest of his career. Like, he's not playing well. They're kind of winning in spite of him with this run game, and then all of a sudden kind of a resurgent defense who is forcing a ton of turnovers, which that could be fun to watch down the stretch here. Let's talk about the Bears. Terrell, don't talk about the Eagles. I don't want you to.
Oh, here we go.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, look, as far as the Eagles go, this is more on Ben Johnson and scheming up in this run scheme here, because it wasn't so much that the Eagles weren't trying. It wasn't like the Eagles were just getting manhandled. This was about scheme. Like, I mean, you're seeing the way that they're running the ball, just
the misdirection,
the misdirection, the motioning. Like, that was more scheme than anything, because the holes that were there it was Red Sea. This wasn't like, you know, DeAndre Swift and Monongai were just pounding the rock and just knocking guys over. I mean, they had so much room to run the football. So this is about scheming. So kudos to Ben Johnson in the run game. Look, I had my doubts on him early, but like, he's scheming up the run. This Philly defense, though, this is a carryover from the week before against Dallas. Like, they were up 21-0. They spotted 21 points, and then you let Dallas crawl all the way back, and Dak carve up the secondary. So I don't know, the defense has to buckle down a little bit. And then look, we talked about this beginning of the season, right? This Jalen Hurts throwing the football. This is when he comes up big in the biggest moments. He shows up, and I don't know, like, I other than hitting the quick slant and the occasional deep crosser, I don't know. I'm not seeing it from Jalen Hurts. He's missing some balls to the outside. Outside the numbers, he's struggling. So I got to see if the run game isn't there, can Jalen Hurts carry you to a win? And this was a game where the defense played very well, actually, for most of these, as far as the secondary. Caleb Williams was garbage. So Jalen Hurts has to come through and hit those easy balls. It can't be quick slants all day and an occasional deep ball across the middle of the field. That's what I got to say on the Eagles, though. It really comes down to Jalen Hurts. Throwing the ball, especially outside.
This is one of the worst. I mean, AJ, you'll talk about it in a second, but this is probably one of the worst Jalen Hurts game I've ever seen. Like, it was pretty bad for Hurts this game. I think he was inaccurate. He had a fumble in that tush push. He just got to cover the ball up. That's the second time it's happened. And then, you know, last time we got away with it. This time we didn't. That was a very pivotal play. But the problem with this team is not Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown had a huge day. Devonta Smith's having a career year. Like, I get it. Like, everyone wants to get at Jalen Hurts because no one wants to, you know, talk about the Super Bowl last year and all that. The problem with this team is Saquon Barkley. And I'll just say, like, we gave him his praise last year. The problem with this team is that they cannot run the ball. They cannot maintain balance. They cannot stay in front of the sticks. They cannot have positive first and second downs. It's constantly third down and long. And that's just not the team we have. And I think that's like no one's talking about Saquon Barkley's recession. Like, he's not the same player.
Honestly, though, having watched, he doesn't look like he's lost a step. The offensive line, he is getting contacted 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage almost every other time he touches the ball. And more than any other running back this season. It's not, he has not lost a step, in my opinion. It's the offensive line. We're hurt. Like Cam Jurgens has been hurt all year. Landon Dickerson's been hurt all year.
Lane's out.
We're without Lane Johnson for the next 3 weeks. Hopefully it's only the next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
This offensive line is it's not the same unit that it was last year.
And I mean, I don't want to hide behind this, but God, the play calling is terrible.
Yeah.
Like
that too.
Patullo is awful. I don't know why the Eagles do this stupid cycle where they'll hire some internal guy, he sucks, and then they'll go hire. If they just go hire a regular offensive coordinator of the offseason, like the most regular, I don't even need go hire Frank Reich or Doug Peterson. Like
you could have grabbed Bieniemy. He's over there with Chicago doing the run game.
Exactly. Just get someone who knows what they're doing, because it's this kind of offense will make an offensive coordinator. Sorry, this kind of talent will make an offensive coordinator look good just by running effective NFL schemes. But now you have former Eagles coming out saying, listen, this offense is so predictable. Nick Foles is coming out talking trash about the current Eagles offense. It's predictable. We know what you're going to do. We know where you're going to run the ball. You're running the same plays over again. Your route tree concepts are the same and predictable. Like, it's just, I think the biggest problem is I'd probably put blame pie, definitely O-line and coaching, probably 1 and 2. And that's why it just frustrates me when everyone goes straight to Jalen Hurts. Like, yeah, he did not play well Sunday, or Friday night for sure. But I think there's bigger problems with this offense. All that on top of, the kind of the nonsense they have with AJ Brown and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, could talk about that forever. It was a depressing loss, depressing day for Eagle fans, but we'll see. Still 8-4, pretty easy schedule to here down the stretch. They still got the Commanders twice and the Raiders on there. So I think they'll still pull out the NFC East, and we'll see. The kind of Jekyll and Hyde team. We'll see who shows up in the playoffs.
They're making it interesting.
And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Bears have a showdown with the Packers next week, so that's obviously a huge game. Let's fly through a couple of these lesser. I don't want to call them lesser, but yeah, they're lesser games. 49ers Browns. 49ers easily handle them 26-8. Not much to talk about here, especially on the Browns side. It is what it is. What do you think about Shador's first start with the full cast, right?
Second start. Second start. He's fine. The Browns are the Browns. Browns are the Browns, but
AJ, I didn't ask. I guess I should. Any big performers?
Honestly, only thing to talk about here is the sack watch from Myles Garrett. Sits at 19 now. He had 1 sack this game. 22.5 is obviously the record. He needs 4 more sacks to break the record. So
plays the Titans next week. So that should be interesting. 4th losing season in 6 years for Kevin Stefanski. Should he have a job?
No.
Will he have a job? Yes, because they just re-signed him and the GM right before the season started. Yeah, God. Niners are going to make the playoffs, man. They're 9-4. They're getting healthy now. I think they're gonna. They just got to win maybe one more of the next 3. That's Indy, Chicago, or Seattle. Win one more of those, you get to 10 wins, and that pretty much historically does it. And so, kind of an interesting team to watch here down the stretch. We did talk about preseason, easiest schedule going into the league, so going into the year. So we'll see what the Niners actually are. But if they get rolling here, they still got CMC, still got Kittle, and Purdy's. Obviously led Shanahan's offense a couple years deep into the playoffs. Interested to see what the Niners are here going down the stretch. Let's move on to another blowout here to kind of quickly get through. Jaguars, Titans. Jags dominate the Titans here. Titans put up 3 points. Jags look pretty good. Any big ones?
Apparently, Jacoby Myers is a wide receiver 1. Caught 6 for 6 for 90 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. Brian Thomas just nowhere to be found.
3 targets, I think.
3 targets for Brian Thomas Jr. 6 for Jacoby Myers. And then Brenton Strange gets in the end zone again. Yeah. Brenton Strange is turning into that second passing option here for this Jags offense.
God, that's crazy. They are beat up after this one. Left tackle out. Parker Washington out. Trayvon Walker out. Kevin McCarry out, and Eric Armstead out. Massive because next week they got the Colts for first place in the AFC South. So that's kind of a big deal. Trevor Lawrence, maybe his best game of the year, 229, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 111 passer rating. He's playing better and better as the year goes on. Maybe Liam Cohen's offense starting to stick in there. Cam Ward has been sacked 3 times in 10 games at least, second only to Warren Moon's record in 1984. Titans lead the NFL with 48 sacks allowed. And like I said, Myles Garrett is next Sunday. So stay safe.
I'm gonna have
Cam
to
Ward.
watch that one.
Stay safe, my friend. All right, Texans Colts in a good one, man. Boys, I'm liking the Texans. I'm liking the Texans. Listen, the Eagles are tough to watch nowadays.
Yeah.
And so I have found a lot of comfort going to the Texans. They're kind of my AFC team right now. God, they look good in this one, 20-16. They beat the Colts in a massive, massive AFC South game. AJ, big performers in this one.
Nico Collins just looked like the best player on the field. He caught 5 for 98, and then he had a little end-around rushing touchdown. That's pretty much it as far as offensive performances, but just this Texans defense just showed up again. And honestly, you said you like the Texans. I like everything about the Texans except the quarterback, which is a shame.
He did all right.
Yeah, he did all right.
Yeah, he did all right. I mean, his first game back since November 2nd, with concussion, 22 for 35, not great. 276, okay. No touchdowns, 1 interception, and a 75 passer rating, not great. But clutch on third down, 6 for 7, and then kind of sustaining drives there. But yeah, they're gonna need. It sucks they don't have a real running game. I feel like that's a real missing component of this offense. What they want to do, you can tell they're trying to. They're handing the ball off consistently. They stay pretty balanced. They just don't have the talent back there with Woody Marks and the ghost of Nick Chubb. They got the Chiefs Sunday Night Football next. We'll talk about them in a second. Colts 8-4. They all of a sudden have lost 3 of the last 4. A month ago, they were up on the division by multiple games. Daniel Jones, broken fibula, playing with a broken fibula. He seemed pretty limited. Sauce Gardner, calf injury in this one. We still don't know how bad that is. Terrell, worried about the Colts?
Of course, yeah. If you're a Colts fan, look, that's the formula. Stop Jonathan Taylor, and you'll have a shot to beat the Colts. Look, it's the end of the day. It's still Daniel Jones, which is hard to say. But if the Texans found the formula, and the Chiefs found the formula, shut down Jonathan Taylor, make Daniel Jones make plays and go beat you. He's not that guy. The Colts very well could not make the playoffs. They
Could you imagine after all that? After all that, that would be wild. But yeah, the AFC South's all of a sudden tight.
Yeah,
like all these teams are back in it.
I mean, you look at the Jags could beat them this week, and Jags take first place, and then Houston plays them again. So I mean, Houston can knock them out too. So they could miss the playoffs. Houston, let's pump the brakes on the Texans. All right, chill out. The defense is phenomenal. Let's not. You can argue best. You can argue they're the best defense in the league. That offense is a big bowl of mid. Come on. It is. They're not fireworks. They're not flashy. As AJ said, CJ Stroud is fine. He's okay at quarterback. Clutch on third down. That's what he did in his rookie season. He made a lot of plays on third down. So that's what he is. Is he going to go out and win you a Super Bowl? No. This Texans team, they can get a playoff game like they usually have done the last few seasons. They'll get you one playoff game. They have run into the Chiefs in the last few years in the playoffs, but no, I mean, I'm confident in the Texans. I'm buy on the Texans, sell on the Colts to close out the season.
Are you there too, AJ?
No, I'm not gonna. I've seen enough of CJ Stroud this season. I don't think it's gonna turn around. Love the way the defense is playing. I think just the Colts have hit a little speed bump. Texans have caught up a little bit, but I would not. Just me personally, I don't have enough faith in the Texans to buy them for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, the Texans, they have Kansas City this week.
Yeah,
and then you got the Cardinals, the Raiders, and in the Cardinals and the Raiders, and the Cardinals, Raiders, Chargers, Colts to close out the season.
Oh, that final game!
It's a massive Colts game. Massive Colts game. They might lose the Chargers, maybe, but I think they beat all those other teams. Like they're going to beat the Chiefs next week. They don't have an offensive line. They're not playing well with a good offensive line. And Daniel Hunter and Will Anderson are demons. They're going to beat the Chiefs. And I don't know who else is going to beat them besides that last Colts game, which is going to be cinema. That's going to be great football.
The Colts close out here. Jags, Seahawks, Niners, Jags, and then Texans again. That Seahawks defense is going to in Seattle. They're going to eat Daniel Jones up. I don't know. I would sell Colts.
Damn.
Here.
Yeah, I'm starting to see
record.
It.
Wow.
I'm starting to see it. And I'm in the Colts. I don't know what, and I don't want. Listen, this is gonna be a huge conversation. We don't need to do it. It's late. We don't need to do this. I don't know the difference between the Texans offense and the Broncos offense, and I don't know the difference between the Broncos defense and the Texans defense. They're the same team in my mind.
Yeah,
they're the same team in my mind.
Yeah, one team has 3 more wins, but sure,
you're right. Yeah. You're right. But I'm saying like at this moment in time, as far as like how they're playing right now, I think
at the end of the season, these are two solid teams.
Dolphins and Saints. We'll talk about this one for about 43 seconds. Dolphins win. All of a sudden, they're a running team. I don't know why I even bothered making notes in this one. They're 4-1, 167 rushing yards per game last five games. A-Chain going to hit 1,000 yards for the first time. Top 3 season in franchise history. He's for real. That's a pass catching back. Cam Jordan, 36 years old, 2 sacks in this one, both worth $300K in incentives. So $300,000 a sack for Cam Jordan. Wow. I'm sure he's still playing team defense. Anything to talk about this one, guys?
No. Mike McDaniel's still just coaching for his job.
Yeah, he is. And I think he's kind of hanging on to it.
I think he's got it.
You got the Jets next week. He might get it. He might keep his job.
And then Tua is gonna go play for the Vikings next. He's not gonna be. He's not gonna be in the Dolphins. That's for damn sure.
That's a perfect destination.
That's for damn sure. Vikings are screwed, man. They're gonna get either Kyler, Tua, or Mac Jones. Wow. All right, let's go Jets Falcons here. Another game. We'll talk a little longer, I guess, but not that long. Jets. They win like the idiots they are and drop their number 1 pick percentage from 15 down to 5. A loss would have boosted them to 22%. They've won 3 of 5, and you should not be winning right now. I get Aaron Glenn wants to save his job and all that, but you need that number 1 pick. You need the best quarterback you could possibly walk away from this draft with, and that number 1 pick would help a lot. Falcons, I literally don't have a single sentence on them. They suck. They're done. Kirk Cousins couldn't do it against the Jets. They're not going to win another game this year. I'm not going to pick them another game this year. They go to 4-8. Get the Seahawks next week. Good luck with that.
This is just 2 idiot coaches that are both going to somehow keep their job.
Hates Raheem Morris.
I hate Raheem Morris, dude. How do you lose?
You know what's terrible is that the only other guy I see hate worse is his predecessor, Arthur Smith.
How do you lose to Tyrod Taylor and Adonai Mitchell? Like, what are you doing? And the traded away Jets defense. You lost to those guys.
Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Yeah, I get you don't have. And
then Raheem Morris gets in front of a microphone and thinks he's Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, bro. He basically is. Let's move on. AJ's gonna blow.
I hate Raheem.
Gonna lose his shit. Bucks Cardinals. We ran into quite the
little gauntlet here.
Quite the little gauntlet of games here. Bucks win. Okay, so good for them. They had a 3-game losing streak, so good for them. But they're beat up. They have the 2nd easiest remaining schedule so far, for the rest of the league. Sorry, for the rest of the year. Bucky Irving, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Jalen McMillan, all expected back. Bucky Irving and Godwin came back in this one, but all expected back in the next couple of weeks. Baker Mayfield is dealing with an AC joint sprain. That's all we know from now. He's probably much, much more than that. But AJ, any big performers in this one?
No big performers here. Just nice to see Bucky Irving back. He played 52% of the snaps, but took about 80% of the carries. He had 17 carries for 61 yards and a touchdown. So good to see Bucky Irving back. Hopefully he gets back up to a higher percentage on the field pretty soon.
Yeah, it is good to see him back because some of those updates we're getting were kind of like
cryptic Joe
and troubling. Yeah, like what is happening with him? He took it bad. Like what does that mean? And you always, you always kind of, some of these players have real like mental issues. So it kind of scares you a little bit when you hear about something like that. But good to see him back. Good to see him playing. One of the best young players in the NFL. I've tried to trade for him, but he's untouchable in our league. Cardinals have outgained their opponents in 5 of their 9 losses. 4 of those have been by 4 points or less. A lot of teams get a reputation of they just find a way to win games. The Cardinals just find a way to lose games. They just find a way to make it happen. I don't want to hear too much about Kyler Murray because it seems like Jonathan Gannon is just as bad without Kyler Murray. I think they both need to go. Get rid of Gannon, get rid of Kyler. You need a fresh start here. You got some pieces, but yeah, nothing about them moving forward. Bucks, Terrell, anything moving forward with them? Are they back on the radar? Are you taking them seriously, or is this the Panthers division?
Yeah, let's get rid of the Bucks. Like, I'm enough of them. They're again a big bowl of mid. They're just like how are you struggling in these games, right? Like, you're 100% relying on Baker. Like, Baker Mayfield is your Superman. You're not doing anything. You're not going far. They've been beneficiaries of an ass division, and there's finally a team in there that's not pure ass.
Let's talk about them. Carolina Panthers beat the LA Rams. Carolina Panthers beat the LA Rams 31-28. Panthers 7-6. Rams now 9-3. They lose that number 1 seed to Chicago, at least momentarily. Still 1 game up on the Eagles, but Eagles hold that tiebreaker. So a bad loss for the Rams as far as seeding and coming down the stretch here. It seems like one that's going to kind of haunt them down as we move down the stretch. The Panthers are, I think, tied with the Bucks right now for the top of that division, but 4 games left after next week's bye, and 2 of those against the Bucks. Two games still against the Bucks. So those divisional games will kind of tell the story of this one. But AJ, Bryce Young, baby. He's
Bryce
here.
Young, man. 206, 3 touchdowns.
And the swag.
I didn't fully understand what I was watching from both sides. I couldn't believe what I was looking at.
Yeah.
And it's just funny, too, how Matt Stafford throws his first touchdown of the game. Everybody's to all the tweets. 28th touchdown pass in a row with no interception.
Yeah.
Kurt holds the record since Tom Brady or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And the very next drive, interception. And then another interception right after that. That's just funny. It's just hilarious. Because I'm sitting there thinking oh man, how far can this go? How many more touchdowns can he throw? Pick.
I want to shout out real quick, Mr. Devontae Adams. The year he's having is incredible. What, 14 receiving touchdowns now?
14 touchdowns.
14, 11 of those coming within the 10-yard line. He's basically a goal line back now. The next closest is 5. Double the next closest receiver with that many touchdowns. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown. But anyways, Terrell, just takeaways from this game. Because obviously there's a lot of questions here because 2 of these teams, 2 teams that are going to be in the playoff mix, but one of these teams is supposed to be the best team in the NFL. What do you take away from this one?
My first takeaway with Carolina is, what the hell are the Panthers? We Monday night we see you suck against the Niners.
Yeah,
and then the next week you put on a show against the Rams. They have a weird schedule. The games they've lost, the games they've won. It's just odd. You have wins against the Packers and then wins against the Cowboys, and then you have losses, against some ass teams. It's such a weird schedule of how. But look, honestly, I'm here for it. Bryce Young has gotten a lot of hate, a lot of the bust conversation around him. Dave Canales coming in here, second year, and turning the ship around. Look, the Panthers are respectable.
Yeah,
if they can come away with a winning season, I think it's great for them. But they can make a push for this division. I'd rather see them get in there than Tampa.
Yes.
Their defense is great. They're very opportunistic in the game. But on the Rams side, look, this looked like a Rams team that didn't take Carolina seriously. I mean, Matt Stafford was very careless with the ball. I mean, those 2, the pick 6, it was just such a late read, and it was a stare down. So just stare down pick. That was a rough one. So I think the Rams, this is a loss that you go, all right, we can't. If we're going to win the Super Bowl, you got to take every team seriously and come out. And this is a team you got to punish. Still the NFL. So if I'm a Rams fan, I'm not sitting back worried about this game. If I'm a Panthers fan, I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm excited that we won. Like this is chalk it as this is our Super Bowl win type of thing, and we might get the division. So that's the takeaway from this game.
AJ, trap game for the Rams.
I don't really think so. I think the Panthers should be taken seriously.
Yeah. So you have concerns about him then?
No. Oh, well, trick question. I like it.
I didn't mean to. I just thought you were going to say yes.
No. I mean, okay, then I guess by definition, yeah, it's a trap game. Some things
weird. Like, how do you explain that?
Things didn't go right. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't fully understand what I was looking at.
Just didn't. Yeah, this is the NFL season this year.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like what? Like what is happening? Bryce Young's carving up the Rams and like answering every Stafford play with him and Tet McMillan. Like what is happening? But yeah, that's the NFL season this year. Anyone can beat anyone. You can't really name a team you can really trust.
No.
Like I don't know of one. I thought the Rams were that team. Like we were just talking about last week. Like, yeah, the Rams are the most consistent, best team. And here we are. All right. Seahawks Vikings, a blowout, 26-0.
The ugliest blowout I've ever seen.
It was pretty ugly, man. It was really bad. Seahawks defense played really, really well. There's a bunch of stats here I get into, but they dominated this Vikings defense. Dominated Max Brosmer. He's not the answer in Minnesota. Try again. Let's shuffle the deck.
Tweet hit this morning. JJ McCarthy back.
I saw that. JJ McCarthy expected to practice this week and play. Yeah, I bet he is. I mean, God. The quarterback situation for Minnesota should be a case study for coaching and GM training. Like what a mismanaged situation for a Vikings team that won 15 games last year. Getting skunked.
14-3 a year ago.
14, yes.
Talked about it in the offseason. Going into it, like re-sign Sam Darnold. You can't trust. I mean, this is a guy like in JJ McCarthy, like handed the ball off 80% of the time in the national championship game. He threw the ball in less than 20 times in the national championship game. And you're like, hey, let's hand the keys to the franchise to this guy who should have been sitting. He should have been sitting for like at least 3 seasons. And look, I thought this was a game where, okay, the Vikings are going to regret. Sam Darnold's going to go in and carve them up. This Vikings defense shut down Sam Darnold, and they shut down JSN too.
Yeah, he did.
And like, how's your defense just lock up the Seattle? And your offense is what's giving Seattle points. That was such an abomination. Like Max Brosmer will never play. This was. Who was the guy from the Nathan Peterman?
Nathan Peterman
game. Like, you will never play a snap in the NFL ever again. This is your one shot. Oh, he's done. He will forever. He's in the Nathan Peterman category. We will remember you as the worst game. Like you were so bad. We'll never forget.
I tell you what. I don't ever. As soon as I saw this dude around the field, I knew like, oh, that ain't it. No. Just 6'1", 6'2", regular-bodied white dudes with long hair are just not it. Like that just never works. That's the Kenny Pickett body type. Like it's never going to work in the NFL. As soon as I saw this guy run the field, I knew this ain't it.
I think the best thing, the tweet post that I saw all weekend was now it makes sense why they left Carson Wentz in there with one arm dangling because this quarterback room was dog shit.
Yeah, literally stats comparable to the great Jamarcus Russell for JJ McCarthy. Yeah. And they went here and all of us thought, especially the Justin Jefferson owners in fantasy football, can't get any worse. Yeah, it can. Definitely can. AJ, are you concerned about Sam Darnold against the blitz? 128 yards, little less than half completion percentage and 4 sacks. That's what he struggled with last year. Terrell said it. They shut him down for the most part. He had a bad game a couple weeks ago against the who am I thinking of?
The Rams.
Now this.
Let me see one more week because the Rams are his kryptonite.
Sure are.
Not calling him Superman, but the Rams are his kryptonite. And then this is his former team, his former defensive coordinator, who saw him in practice every day last year.
And no slouch.
who also has been top 5 defensive coordinator in the league the last couple of years. I kind of expected this in this one.
He's going to get blitzed so much down the stretch here.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. I want to see how he will respond to the way defenses are going to call plays against him going forward.
We'll move on here in a second, but I really wanted to read this. Vikings snapped a 305-game scoring streak. They had scored at least 305 games. They had 0 points, 13 first downs, and 162 yards. Not in this game. Over the last 6 quarters, they snapped a streak going back to 2007 as far as scoring in a game. 2007, ladies and gentlemen, for Max Brosmer. God, I hope you didn't give tickets to all your people to come see you watch. Come see. God. And back comes Jason McCarthy. The Vikings they're done. They got to figure out in the offseason. I've seen a lot of people talk about what they need to do. I think they just need to bring in all the quarterbacks you can and let someone win the job. Hopefully you end up with a Daniel Jones, or who is a free agent, by the way, Daniel Jones, or, I don't know. We'll see. Mac Jones. Who knows? We'll see. All right. So that's Seahawks, Vikings, Bills, Steelers. Bills dominate 26-7. They dominate the second half. A lot of rushing yards. James Cook, kind of someone no one's talking about, had a solid season. And Steelers, man, AJ, any big performers for the Steelers you want to talk about?
Nope.
Yeah.
Look,
definitely not Aaron Rodgers.
All I say after this one is finally, we can be done talking about this team.
Yeah, they're pretty much exposed last couple weeks.
Yeah, they're done. Aaron Rodgers has looked absolutely awful this season. Very rarely completes a pass past the line of scrimmage. And then this most expensive defense, James Cook ran the ball on you 32 times.
Season high in rushing yards.
Like
season high.
I'm done. I'm done. Tomlin's done. Rodgers is done. It's time to start over.
Some of these rushing stats are incredible. 8 runs of at least 10 yards through 3 quarters. This one's insane. 16 rushing first downs, most allowed by the Steelers this century. Yeah, Steelers are done. Defense isn't playing well anymore. Aaron Rodgers.
We're in December.
Save him
We're
from
just
himself.
laughing at a bunch of teams.
Yeah. Makes it feel better about the Eagles. Aaron Rodgers, someone save him from himself, man. He's gonna die out there.
Yeah.
Like, please take him off the field. He's bleeding from his face. Like, he's getting lit up. He's 50% completion percentage in the last 6 quarters. Like, he's not playing well at all. Please, someone save Aaron Rodgers.
I didn't want to see it like this.
No, just getting killed by Joey Bosa. Jeez.
And he looks like an old man when he's getting sacked.
He's had some crazy helmet shots this year.
I didn't want to see this from Aaron Rodgers.
Here it is in all its glory.
Who would have thought Aaron Rodgers and Arthur Smith wouldn't work?
And in case you're wondering if Mason Rudolph is the savior, he came in through an interception and left. He ain't the dude either. Bills kind of Jekyll and Hyde. I think it's a solid win for them, but they've been weird this year. They've played down the competition, and like Terrell was talking about earlier, it seems like their year, but they just can't seem to get their shit together. It seems like if this is another disappointing year, we're going to see some heads roll in Buffalo as far as the coaching staff. All right, Chargers, Raiders.
I think just real quick, I think it's just what we've said for the last couple of years. It's just a weapons problem. They had 5 completions to wide receivers. Those 5 completions went to 4 different wide receivers.
Oof.
They don't have weapons. Their one weapon is James Cook. You can't give him the ball 32 times.
I mean, is it safe to say Stephon Diggs would still be their best receiver?
Currently, yeah.
Damn, they lost that. Like, as much as we were mad at Stephon Diggs during that whole thing for being kind of a drama queen, they lost that one. Like, they need Stephon Diggs more than Diggs needed them. Like, Diggs has been paid twice now. He's on the best team in the AFC, or one of the best teams in the AFC, and here they are with 6 completions to wide receivers.
And that very next draft, they were weirdly, they kept trading down. They were they should have taken receiver. They traded out of the first round.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seemed like they wanted to be the smartest guy in the room, and they just they missed on that one.
And in a draft with a lot of weapons, on offense, like to move to, I mean, Worthy hasn't done much, but to trade Worthy, to get, Keon Coleman,
They could have drafted Ladd McConkey if I'm not mistaken.
McConkey. They passed on Jaden Higgins this draft, who's not tearing it up, but seems like someone who could at least be useful for them. Yeah, it's a weapons problem for sure, and I just feel it's gonna shake it up too. It's just like, how many times are you just gonna run it back and just keep getting disappointed? Like, I know that's the Bills' way, but it just seems, I don't know. I like if they don't win it this year, and I still think they could. They get in the playoffs. They're going to be the most experienced playoff team by far in the AFC. And maybe that means something, but we'll see down the stretch. We're going to talk about this one for not a very long at all. Chargers, Raiders. Chargers win, obviously. They go to 8-4. Herbert broke his hand, had surgery. We'll see if he plays next Monday night against the Eagles. And that's the story for this Chargers team this year. Everyone's hurt. We have Amari Hampton still isn't back. What the hell happened to him? Like, we'll see. It's teams. It's a mess with injuries. We'll never know what they could have been. Obviously, they started the year as maybe the best team in the NFL, and now here they are as a team who's in it mathematically, but no one really. I don't take them seriously at this point. Did anyone go off in this one, AJ?
Kimani Vidal, 25 carries for 126 and a touchdown.
There you go.
Even when Amari Hampton comes back, I think this is still going to be a 2-man backfield.
Yeah,
because he has taken his opportunity and absolutely run away with it.
Right.
Pun.
Right. Very nice.
Also, Brock Bowers is one of the most incredible catches I've ever seen.
Yeah, lots of some one-handed.
A lot.
One-handed.
We didn't talk about that.
Yeah,
a lot of insane catches this week.
Yeah. So Treylon Burks had one. Welcome back to the NFL, Treylon Burks.
Puka Nacua had an awesome catch down the sideline.
But this Bowers one was probably the best.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Terrell, go ahead and break down the Raiders.
Break down the Raiders like every team has done in every game they've played. They've been broken down. The Raiders are so bad, and you would have thought Pete Carroll just come in and change the culture at least.
Is that what he did?
No, yeah, he changed the culture to toilet bowl. I mean, like what you bring in Pete Carroll, you bring in Tom Brady, you bring in
Chip Kelly
quarterback, Chip Kelly. You got some football heads in the room. And the Raiders are just awful.
They're so much worse than last year.
They're so bad. Yeah, they're worse a year ago. I mean, who would have thought Antonio Pierce was a better coach than Pete Carroll would be with this team? So this is
Ashton Jeanty, 15 carries for 31 yards. That's good for a 2.1 average. 5 attempts for no gain or loss. So they're at 2 wins now. They're gonna probably pick a quarterback, but I don't know. Maybe they'll pick a receiver. They do some stupid stuff like that. Like
they need to pick an offensive line. They need to draft the offensive line. Like that's where they need to go. They made the mistake this year trying to go get a running back.
Pick just looks so bad now.
So bad.
Taking Jeanty is such
a
poverty franchise. Raiders suck. All right. Broncos, Commanders. According to the score, this is 2 of the best teams in the NFL duking it out. Seems like Jaden Daniels played according to the score. Seems like they're pretty healthy because Broncos were just able to squeak this one out 27-26. No Jaden Daniels. No running backs. Another win like this, the Broncos. They're 10-2 now. 8 wins by 8 points or fewer. This is kind of just what they're doing. The sack race for the single season record, they're probably going to break it. And the Commanders, valiant effort by Marcus Mariota. AJ, big stats from this one.
Marcus Mariota threw the ball 50 times. Marcus Mariota threw the ball 50 times. 294 yards, 2 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, welcome back. 7 for 96 and a touchdown. Zach Ertz, 10 for 106. Almost had the chance to ice the game at the end, but he dropped that touchdown in overtime. But then on the Broncos side, R.J. Harvey, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Wasn't too
welcome, R.J. Harvey.
13 for 35, but those 2 touchdowns got it done. Bo Nix threw it 45 times, 321 yards and a touchdown. And then Cortland Sutton does his regular 562 and a touchdown.
Book it. Pencil it in. Put it in pen. I was kind of surprised, Terrell, on how the Broncos defense has struggled with this Commanders offense.
Yeah.
Only 2 sacks this game on a 46 sack team and gave up over 4 yards of carry. Top ranked defense. I mean, I don't think it's anything to be worried about. Maybe anything, they just didn't take them seriously and kind of got caught up. But takeaways this one, you're a Broncos fan, obviously. I was obviously kidding to start it. They're 10-2, top of the AFC. It's just another one of these wins. I just want them to look good against a bad team just once.
They siphoned the Chiefs' devil magic from last year.
Yeah.
They learned whatever rituals the Chiefs were doing in the locker room.
Yeah.
The Broncos are doing them this year.
Yep.
Look, I mean,
go ahead, Terrell.
Look, it's tough to point to a Super Bowl champion who hasn't won like this. I mean, the Eagles won 9 games, like nine one-score games last year. So it's the NFL. There's going to be there's games that are just going to be close. But no, I mean, I get it. You want the Broncos. We've only got a couple dominant wins this season. But no, looking at this game, this was more of, I thought the Commanders just balled out. Like they brought their A game. We could not touch Mariota. I was saying that the whole game. I'm gonna go, how are we not getting to the quarterback? And we couldn't even bring him down. That PI in overtime is because we couldn't even sack him. He made plays, got out of the pocket. When he could, Mariota was the only. He's rushed the most against this defense as a quarterback, and you've gone against other mobile quarterbacks. You've gone against Justin Fields. You've gone against Cam Ward, and you've gone against guys who can run the ball, and he just carved us up. So I think this was the Commanders showing up this game. Look, the defense, that secondary, we got picked apart. And I don't know why we went zone majority of the game. Because it's just not our strong suit. We can't run zone. That's the one thing that makes me nervous, is not being able to get to the quarterback rushing for. But other than that, Bo played great. He had the dumb turnover from not setting his feet. But no, I mean, I think you chalk this up as get out of there. I thought this was a squeak out win. You get out of there alive. I thought the offense played great. The defense was very porous and mediocre. But hey, when they needed us to win the game, they won the game. Nick Benito making the play of the day.
Yeah, but they got too, because that was it.
That was it. That was the game. I mean, now I will say the officiating was horrendous on both sides. Like the intentional grounding,
there's a lot of games like that this week.
Very bad officiating week.
Yeah,
I don't understand it. Like why just no consistency? Like it's
because
just,
in the off season they're working at Starbucks. I don't know why. I don't know why they're not full. Like it makes no sense. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with you. I think just kind of a team they took lightly, and then a team that kind of just showed up with nothing to lose. A quarterback who's on his last legs, just kind of chucking it up 50 times. They did get some weapons back as well. Terry McLaurin's legit. Debo Samuel's quietly having a real nice season for the Commanders, and maybe just got caught. I got nothing else to say about the Broncos until the playoffs. I just don't care about these wins anymore. I'm not gonna get there with single point last second wins against the Commanders. Got to see in the playoffs now, and I want to see it too. I want them to play the Bills. I want them to because that's who knocked them out last year, and kind of it was never close. I want to see a game like that, first round or something like that, and we might get it too with the way some of these teams are playing. Anything else in this one, AJ? You want to Broncos?
Honestly, I didn't really pay attention to this one. I had assumed it was going to be a blowout. Saw that when overtime, quickly turned on the TV and saw that phenomenal finish. I think it's just what you said. I think they didn't take them seriously. Like, as I said, I didn't even bother to try and watch this game. I think the Broncos went out there, figured this is going to be an easy win, Marcus Mariota, and there's always these weird ones every week. But props to the Broncos for pulling it out, because honestly, to me, that's a quantifiable stat, that if you can win these close games like this. The Chiefs being able to win all those games the way they did last year and then losing the same types of games this year, I think that's a difference in they were just a better team last year. And I think the Broncos being able to pull these wins out, regardless of the level of competition, they're able to pull out wins in games like this. And I think that's not something to shake your head at.
Broncos pretty much have this division locked up, right? How quickly can they lock it down for sure?
They can get this done in 3 weeks. By week, if they win the next two and the Chargers lose one of their next two, then they'll lock it down in the next 2 weeks.
AJ, can you pull up the standings real quick? I just want to touch
I got
what
them right
stuff. Here. Okay, what's close, what isn't? Kind of give us a snapshot of that.
Yeah, so Baltimore and Pittsburgh currently tied at 6-6. Baltimore has the tiebreaker, so they are in the playoffs right now. Pittsburgh's sitting at the 9th seed. We'll see how that one finishes. I believe they have not played each other yet, right? They still have to play each other twice, I believe. Yeah. Baltimore and Pittsburgh should be interesting. Obviously, we've spent a lot of time talking about the Colts. Colts are 8-4. Jags are 8-4. Jags hold the tiebreaker.
Play next week.
Currently, they play next week, and they finished the Colts finished against Houston. So that'll be interesting. Houston right outside the playoffs at the 8th seed at 7-5. As I mentioned before, Pittsburgh 6-6 at the 9th seed. Kansas City sitting at 10 at 6-6 as well. Obviously,
if they can knock, because KC loses next week, it's a knockout punch. So Texans they're able to knock them out,
and not even because of the record, but because they would make them below 500, and then Houston would have the tiebreaker along with Buffalo, along with the Chargers, along with Jacksonville. So absolute total must win for the Chiefs next week.
Yep.
And then on the NFC, Bears and Rams both at 9-3. Bears sitting atop the NFC. Really, the NFC looks to be set. Aside from what do the Lions do? The Lions are sitting outside at the 8th spot at 7-5, and those teams in the wild card are Seattle at 9-3, Green Bay at 8-3-1, and San Francisco at 9-4. I don't know who falls out of there for Detroit. And then the NFC East still in the air, still up for grabs. Dallas could take it over Philly, depending on how these next couple weeks look. And then also NFC South looks like a 2-man race between Carolina and Tampa Bay.
So Carolina, Tampa don't play next week, but the Chicago and Green Bay do play for first place next week. We mentioned Houston and KC, and what's the other one? I think I mentioned earlier. Indy and Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Oh, Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Sorry, that's also first place.
Oh, right away.
So couple of huge games next week. It's a great schedule next week. Can't wait to get into it, boys. That is week 13 recap. It was a fun week. Obviously, it was a very long week.
Quick. Sorry, I mean, cut you off, but quick little trivia. There's one team that is undefeated at home and one team that is undefeated away. What are those two teams?
I don't think Denver's lost at home yet.
Denver's undefeated at home.
Yeah, who's not lost away?
No road losses.
No road losses for this team. 6-0.
Yeah. I want to say it's the Bears.
It's not the Bears.
Okay.
The Patriots. The Patriots haven't lost it.
It's probably
the Patriots. The Patriots are 6-0 on the road, 5-2 at home.
What if the Patriots win the Super Bowl? It's going to be one of those years. One of these teams. Yeah, it's not going to be the usual characters.
I mean, we talked about it already. You look at Kansas City, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Realistic chance all three don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, and if they do, they're not going to be favored in that first round game.
No.
You know.
Oh, can we have a classic Patriots Broncos AFC Championship game?
That's what the world wants. Drake May and Bo Nix.
Yeah.
And just a 9-6 game.
Just reminiscent of Brady and Manning.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
Patriots.
God. All right. That's it, boys. Thanks for that, AJ. Terrell, thanks for hopping on as well. It's week 13 in the books. Week 14 coming up here quick on Thursday night with Dallas and Detroit. Should be a good one. That's all we got. We'll see you later on this week with more NFL content. Make sure you like, subscribe. Also, check out that bench link in the bio. Bye.
Peace.